And greetings. Welcome to another exciting edition of Faulkner Fixes All. We got some goodies here. We're not using any of those. I wish I had a blue and white one for this bike, but this is the one that came off of it. It's got a little purple smudge on it. It's dented. These two are date coded. I'm probably going to use this one because it's not date coded. It has a small dent in it, but it's got some pretty strong graphics. We're going to put that on. We're going to pound these in, and we're going to put the kickstand on. And that's all. Well, it's as clean as I can get it without, like, spraying it gunmetal silver or something. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. There's the code on it right there, which doesn't match the other code I thought it was. Anyway, let's get going here. We have some nice blue grips too. This is all the stuff that I'm probably going to use on it. These are dated 73. This is also dated 73. I don't know the date on that. There's a 5-speed ring for Schwinn. It's a thin one for 5 speeds. A fork is coming. A friend of mine is sending me a blue fork, believe it or not. It's good to have friends that are also addicted to Schwinn's. Anyway, this is what we came up with. It's the equivalent of a 20-footer in the automotive world. Yeah. It's a 20-footer. Looks good from 20 feet. Yeah, I couldn't help myself. I did touch these backstays up a little bit. I touched this area up a little bit. I tried to keep this as much sky blue as possible. There's some scratch marks here. I just couldn't bear to touch up that middle tube there, the seat tube. It would have been darker. And today we're going to put the emblem on and pound these races in and put the kickstand in. Not because it's, going to speed things up. It's just good for morale to get this stuff on. Like, I pounded these races in and I felt very good about how it looked. And I put the back fender on and brake, and I also felt good about how that looked. These fasteners are wrong, of course. We're going to fix that later. And you might have noticed this goofy looking thing here. This is so you can put it in the stand and not mar up the clear coat, which is still kind of gummy. The seat post is in, and then there's a clamp up here just to keep it on the seat post and not clamp it on the stand while it's drying. I mean, not clamp it on the frame while it's drying. Anyway, let's get going here. Let's put this emblem on because it's good for morale. Yeah, gotta keep things happy around here, All right, let's put you on here. People have been commenting about my gyrating camera. It's all over the place, so I'm trying to be very careful today so people don't get motion sickness watching the video. All right, let's put this emblem on because it's good for morale. And I do actually have a screwdriver. That's good. Let's find it. Let's go find my screwdriver. I actually have one. It's amazing. Okay, bear with me. I'm getting a screwdriver. Probably should have had that ready. Sorry about that. I got it. We have a screwdriver. It's right here. Okay, we're going to put this... we're going to use this one. I have a few that are cleaner that have a date code on them, but this one has a little nick right there. not too bad. And the graphics are pretty good, and it's not smudged up with purple paint. So we're going to put this one on because it's good for morale. Okay. It would be nice if the bike was more stable right now, but it's the way it goes. So yeah, this is a 20-foot paint job for sure. Well, it actually isn't really, it's just a touch-up. I kind of touched it up a little bit, and I had to. The backstays were just bare metal and pitted and terrible. And, you know, it's nothing to write home about. It's not the greatest, you know, what's left of the paint isn't that great. You know, it is what it is. They're only original once, and now I've touched it up, and it's not original. But some of it is original. So that's good. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, so we got a nice emblem there. That's nice. Yeah, take that to the bank. Okay, yeah, it's pretty rough. So let's pound these races in. Let's pop these in real quick. And these cleaned up pretty well, you know. I soaked them and I cleaned them a little bit. They're not great, but they're not bad. I don't see any major things there that are gonna prevent me from putting them in. Bronze hammer. Okay, there's one. It's really fun working on this with it dangling like this, but that's the way it goes. I'm trying not to mar up the beautiful paint, you know. Okay, let's put this other one in. You guys there? Yeah, you're here. Okay, I can kind of hope you can see. Let's make sure. There you go. Hey, I'm getting motion sickness watching your videos. You need to get a helper. Anytime you want to come over, folks. Okay, that one's in. All right, just like that. All right, let's put the kickstand in. And these two little notches, they always go down. Those two notches go down towards the ground when you put that in. So we're going to spin it around. There. That's in. Now we're going to put some grease on the other part. Use my kickstand tool. And, let's get you down a little bit here. Good. I'm getting motion sickness. Okay. Got some grease here. Got the stand. We got a towel. Before we crunch it in there and do all that, and before we even put grease on this part, this is pretty clean. I got that pretty clean. We're just gonna make sure, like, if it was in there, is it gonna be doing the right thing? And it's not. Yeah, we got that thing. We got it messed up. Dang it. take that back out. What's going on there? Oh, I think I put it in wrong. Yeah, let's see here. Right, it actually goes, pretty sure it goes like that. Boom. Boom. Okay. We're messing up. Your finger is just not quite long enough to pull this back out. I know I'm doing something wrong here. So if that's up, right, if that's up, that would be down. Okay, that's up. There we go. So I'm just kind of making sure that this is up and that's down. So we know that the triangulated part is incorrect, is in there correctly right now. Okay, so let's put some grease on this. Mainly it's grease on this little peggy part and a little bit on here too. That's good to have. Okay, in we go. Let's get this ready. That's good, that's down, that's up. It's really nice that this bike is flopping around right now. And yes, really great. I might not be able to do this. Oh, I got it. Okay. Woo! Okay. All right. Look at that, huh? All right, nice tool to have. Apparently you don't really need to have this tool, but it's really nice to have. All right, so got the kickstand in. We've got the emblem on. Yeah. And that's about wrapping it up until I get these forks. There's not much I can do. I've cleaned all these parts that are ready to go. And yeah, it's not great. But it's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. So this is a preview of some of the parts here. Now, I'm done with all that. Here's the 5-speed. Here's the 5-speed shifter. It's not the greatest. It does have the little peg there in the right area. This is the little washer that goes on top of that. You know, all this goes right here like this once you get the fork. And I'm going to be using that. And I'm going to be using this style. There's the bottom. There's the fork race. There's the top. There's the little chrome piece. The front brake is probably going to be... This one's a 2.8 and that's correct, but the spindle is slightly bent. So I'll have to straighten that a little bit. And I don't have the fork, so that's a problem. The fork's coming. My buddy's sending me a fork, and it's sky blue. We're going to use these dated 73 bars. And we're going to use this 1973 Schwinn stem. And we're going to use these, but these really have to be cleaned up. And also, the fasteners here I'm going to try to change these out to some shinier ones. Especially that one there is really bad. But they are a match set, and they are not eye pokers. They have the little ball on the end so you don't poke your eye. And we didn't use these date-coded ones. I'm still on the fence about these. They're really nice, and they would look beautiful on the bike. But then I have to find a blue and white seat. So it's kind of a toss-up. I have a black seat I can use because this seat on here is incorrect. So I could use this seat with black grips, which I have, or I could find a blue and white seat and use these. People want millions of dollars for that kind of seat. I'll try to find a blue and white seat because I'd really like to use these. They're in really nice shape. But if I don't, I can use the old cushion grip specials, which I have a set over here. Yeah, I got a set of these. The cushion grip style, and they kind of go with that. Because Schwinn didn't play around, it was either you had the blue and white seat and the sparkly blue grips, or you had the black seat and the cushion grips. And I think I've said this before, the cushion grips actually were a mistake by Schwinn. They, let's get one. I love telling people this, it's hilarious. It's really funny. So they came up with this grip, and it wasn't really called a cushion grip at first. What happened was they had a little aluminum mirror that would slide in here. The mirror would slide in this little hole, and it curled off to the side, you know, like it was here, and the aluminum mirror went up. Very, very rare. They're always broken. You never see them for sale, and I've only seen a picture of one in a catalog. It was only for a month or two until people got hurt. The bike fell over, and the aluminum mirror snapped off and, you know, gouged people's wrists and stuff. Anyway, there was an aluminum sheath that slid in there, and it came up and around, and it was a mirror. These were actually not called cushion grips. That was later, after Schwinn molded like a million of these things. They had a whole bunch left over, and so they renamed them the cushion grip. It has nothing to do with any comfort. There was actually an aluminum bar in there that was part of a mirror. The more you know. Okay, folks, so this is now a, I don't know, 2.5 out of 10 paint condition. All that work, and it's presentable, but not by much. I mean, it's okay, folks. You know, stick with me. We'll get through this. It'll be a running bike. It'll look great. Remember, keep working on those old bikes, because that might be the wave of the future. You're probably going to be riding a bike really soon. Hey, ever forward, folks, and it'll be okay. Just keep working on the old bikes. You'll see. It'll be magic. All right, signing off.